Welcome to the Deep Dive. We explore complex stories, aiming to give you the insights you need. Today, we have a really intense one. Imagine getting a letter, a confirmation that your friend has died by suicide, and then, just minutes later, your phone rings. And it's him, alive.
Yeah, it's quite the hook. And that's really just the starting point for the narrative we're digging into today. It's this incredibly raw, emotional account we received, full of turns that just challenged everything the people involved thought they knew.
Absolutely. And it challenges you, the listener, too. It's a powerful look at misinformation, human connection, and maybe, above all, love.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack this. We need to carefully separate what seemed real from what actually was real.
We'll navigate the shock, the denial, the revelations, exploring how first impressions can be completely shattered by a much deeper, more complicated truth.
Get ready. This one will definitely have you questioning things.
Okay, so let's dive in. Part one, the initial shock. It starts with Deb, our main source here, and her friend Avantika. They get a courier delivered.
And inside, well, it's a note from their friend Ritam Day, and it's devastating. It details his parents' suicide, linking it directly to the tragic loss of his sister, Nivedita. Just gut-wrenching stuff.
It's hard to even imagine that moment opening that envelope.
And what makes it immediately so chilling, is how deliberate it seems. The envelope listed Ritam's own name, his address, his phone number. Right there is the sender.
Wow.
Yeah, and adding to that the handwriting.
Yeah.
Confirmed as his. No question.
So it felt utterly authentic, not some vague message, but something concrete, undeniable.
Precisely. It leverages that sense of, irrefutable proof to deliver this terrible news. It really shows how quickly we believe something that seems so solid.
And the effect on Deb and Avantika was instant. Deb felt this wave of terror, Avantika fear, and this weight of responsibility.
Yeah, like maybe they should have seen it coming or done something. Guilt creeps in fast.
They frantically try calling Ritam, but his phone switched off, which of course just ramps up the dread. So Deb immediately reaches out to their other close friends, Shrey and Taya, and she just blurts it out, Ritam is dead.
Just like that. That raw, urgent message really underscores the sheer panic and gravity they felt.
When Shrey and Taya arrive and read the note themselves, they share that horror. You can picture them trying to make sense of it.
Right, they start questioning, was Nivedita's death the final push? They knew he was in immense pain already.
It's that human need to find a reason, even amidst grief and just disbelief.
And there's this other layer with Deb, personally. She'd spent months writing Ritam's story, using his diary, essentially living his life, as she put it.
So for her, his death wasn't just losing a friend. It felt like this irreparable blow to her own work, her own understanding, almost a betrayal, anger mixed with the sadness.
It shows how deeply we can connect with other people's stories, yeah. Their crises become ours.
But right when they're grappling with this loss, the story just pivots completely.
Yes. So Deb's sitting there, kind of numb, in denial, and her phone just keeps ringing. Unknown number.
And she's ignoring it at first.
Yeah, just irritated, lost in the shock. But Shrey keeps pushing her, like, just answer it.
A small thing urging her to pick up.
A tiny decision, but it changes everything. She answers.
And the voice.
It's Ritam.
Alive.
Alive. In Delhi. And sounding, well, surprisingly cheerful, asking about the story Deb was writing.
Deb's reaction must have been explosive.
She just yells, hand over the receiver. It's Ritam. The shift in that room for utter despair to just boom. Shock, relief, chaos.
So this creates a huge conflict, right, for them and for us listening.
Absolutely. Massive relief, obviously. He's alive. But then, almost instantly, anger, confusion, deep suspicion.
Why the note? Was it some cruel prank?
Exactly. It's that cognitive dissonance kicking in hard. Your reality gets shattered and your mind struggles to catch up.
And the note mentioned medication too, didn't it?
Yes, adding another layer of confusion about his mental state.
Yeah.
What was really going on?
Okay, so Ritam's alive, that's established, but the immediate question becomes, why? Why the note? Why put them through that?
Right. And Ritam's explanation, when they finally get it, it boils down to, well, a pretty major miscommunication, maybe clouded by his own trauma. He tells Deb that since she was writing his story, his life story from his diary, he wanted her to have the complete picture, including the suicide attempt.
Okay. But the timing, the delivery.
That's the thing. He says he actually did try to call them multiple times to explain what really happened after his sister died, but he couldn't reach anyone.
Yeah. So his plan B was,
to tell them in person. He was already traveling to Delhi anyway, so he figured he'd just explain it all face to face.
which, I mean, you can see the logic from maybe a very distressed perspective, but the impact?
Was immense distress for everyone else.
Yes, yeah.
It shows how even with maybe understandable intentions, communication breakdown in a crisis can be catastrophic.
So what did happen? He said the suicide attempt was real.
Yes, that part of the note was true. After Nivedita passed, he did attempt it. He took the first injection mentioned in the note. But he passed out before he could administer the second one. That's what saved him. Sheer sort of awful luck, maybe. Or just physiology shutting down.
And then?
He woke up hours later, coughing, bleeding. Neighbors found him, got him to a hospital. He was there for about a week recovering.
And that's where something shifted for him.
Exactly. He said that in the hospital, he decided he had to live. He believed Nivedita and also Regini, his girlfriend, who they also thought was dead, would have wanted him to live a full life. That was his turning point, choosing hope.
So when the friends finally heard all this, relief, I guess, but...
Oh, huge relief, absolutely. But mixed with total exasperation, Avantika apparently just laid into him, don't ever do that again. It was a stupid thing to do.
Understandable, the need for clear communication, especially then.
It's paramount. This whole thing is a stark lesson in how easily information gets lost or twisted when emotions are high.
And then there was another bombshell he dropped on the phone, wasn't there? About where he was.
Right. He casually mentions he's at Regini's place in Delhi.
Regini, the girlfriend they all believed was dead.
Exactly. Another jolt.
Mm-hmm.
More confusion. It's like, okay, what is actually true here? It deepens the mystery again.
So naturally, they had to go see for themselves. They pile into Shrey's car.
Yeah, facing a 2-hour drive to East Delhi. They call Redham again on the way, and he sounds fine, totally normal, which almost makes it weirder. None of the pieces fit.
The tension in that car must have been intense.
You bet. But amidst all that surreal tension, something else happens, something quite poignant.
Ah, the Shrey and Tia situation.
Yes. Avantika notices they haven't spoken a word to each other. Apparently, they'd been silent for 3 months after some fight.
And Eb just jumps in.
Deb does,
Hmm.
with, characteristic boldness. She confronts Shrey, basically telling Taya what Shrey's been telling her in private calls,
Which was?
that he can't stop thinking about her.
Yeah.
That he calls Deb just to talk about Taya, that he loves her, can't do without her, just lays it all out there.
Wow. Talk about timing.
I know. It's this incredible little subplot, a reminder that life keeps happening, even inside a bigger crisis. And it speaks volumes about assumptions and lack of communication again, doesn't it?
It really does. A perfect parallel. So did it work?
It did. Tears, heartfelt apologies, reconciliation right there in the car. A moment of truth healing those wounds, showing how strong their bonds are despite everything.
Okay, so they finally arrive after this emotional roller coaster of a drive. A decent-looking, well-kept house. Redham opens the door.
And the contrast is immediate and unsettling in a way. He's smiling. Looks good. Normal.
Not the living corpse from the note.
Not at all. And not even like the last time they saw him in Mumbai when he was clearly grieving.
Yeah.
So it's relief, yes, but also this tiny nagging question. Has he actually recovered? Or has the trauma maybe pushed him somewhere else entirely? Made him seem normal when he's not.
It makes you question what recovery even looks like after something like that.
Exactly. So they stumble through some awkward small talk. Hey, long time. How's the book? Ridiculous, given the circumstances.
Until Taya cuts through it.
Yeah, Taya's had enough. She just asks point blank, and Regini. She's dead, right? The question hanging over everything.
And her down.
He just smiles, waits a beat, and then drops the second huge bombshell. She is not.
Oh my God. Again,
Look.
just completely rewriting their reality.
Totally. It dismantles everything they thought they knew for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then he explains how he found out Regini was alive.
Right, because everyone thought she died in London or something.
Well, the assumption was she died. After his hospital stay, Redham decided he had to know for sure. He called her old London number, somehow got her parents' number in Delhi.
And they told him.
They told him she was alive. The people in London just assumed she died because after some blast happened in Delhi involving Regini, her parents rushed back from London in such distress, they just didn't communicate clearly back to the UK contacts.
So it was all a tragic misunderstanding born from crisis and lack of communication. Again.
Precisely. A heartbreaking example of how easily that kind of devastating misinformation takes hold.
So Redham knows Regini's alive, and she's here in this house.
Yes. He leads them towards an adjacent room. Deb describes her heart just pounding, feeling like she might faint from anticipation. This is it, the moment of truth after everything.
And the reality is tough.
It's incredibly tough.
Mm-hmm.
Regina is lying on the bed, alive, yes, burnt beyond recognition. From the blast, from a fire.
How bad was it?
The description is stark. Skin, a strange tinge of pink and black. Hair, a crumpled mess, barely recognizable. It's a shocking image. Puts everything into a new painful context.
The friends must have been horrified.
Terror and bewilderment is how Deb put it. Just painful to look at her, especially comparing this reality to the pictures, to Reedham's descriptions of her beauty. It forces you to confront the physical toll of trauma.
But rate him for his reaction?
This is maybe the most incredible part. He sits beside her, holds her hand, and he still sees her. He tells him she's beautiful, that she's still the most beautiful thing to him.
Well,
It's this profound display of unconditional love. Love that sees past the physical devastation. Just unwavering devotion. It really makes you think about connection.
does Regina respond? Can she?
Yes. She slowly opens her eyes. Her voice is weak, a little throaty from the blast damage. But she speaks. She confirms she's in pain. I am, but also that she's fighting. I'm getting better.
Even that small exchange is powerful.
Immensely. And then she says something directly to the group. To Deb, Avantika, Shrey, Tia.
What's that?
She thanks them. She says, had you not tried to find me, I would never have gotten them back. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Acknowledging their role in Ridham's survival, his return to her.
Exactly. Their confused, sometimes misinformed search ultimately led to this reunion. It validates their whole chaotic journey in a way.
So back in the living room after seeing Regina, the mood must be complex, but Ridham seems happy.
He's more than happy. Deb says he's smiling his widest. He asks them, isn't she perfect? Can you believe that she says she loves me? It's amazing. He's genuinely overflowing with joy.
He has this renewed will to live now because of her.
Completely. It's this incredible peak of happiness after so much darkness. And then he reveals his plan.
The proposal.
Yes. He tells him Regina's parents have given their blessing. He's going to ask her to marry him. And he pulls out a ring box.
Containing
a fucking huge diamond ring, according to Deb. A symbol of this impossible new beginning, this future he thought was gone forever.
How did the others react?
Avantika and Taya just break down, but this time it's tears of pure happiness. They're hugging Reedham. Taya's openly sobbing, saying how happy she is for him. It's this moment of pure, shared joy, a real release.
It feels like maybe, just maybe, there's a happy ending possible here after all.
You feel that hope building.
Oh.
And then comes the final, absolutely gut-wrenching twist.
Oh, no.
Reedham's huge smile falters just a bit. His enthusiasm dips. And he tells them what the doctors have said about Regina.
What is it?
Doctors don't give her more than 4 months to live.
Oh, God. 4 months. After everything.
It's just devastating. The fragile bubble of happiness just pops instantly.
Yeah.
Another layer of tragedy they couldn't have foreseen. It shows that sometimes love, well, faces impossible physical realities.
The shift in the room must have been brutal.
Immediate. From tears joy back to gloom, eyes filled with sadness and horror, that fleeting, hard-won joy just replaced by this awful, heartbreaking prognosis.
Life can be so incredibly cruel.
It really can. But even then, faced with that news, Reedham's response, it's something else.
What does he say?
He squares his shoulders, looks at them defiantly, and says, I will make her live. Now that I have her back, she's not going anywhere.
He refuses to accept it.
Completely.
You're right.
He repeats it almost like a mantra. Regina has to live for me, and she will. I will make her live.
And Deb mentions seeing.
A single tear rolling down his cheek as he says it. It just captures everything. The immense tragedy, but also this fierce, unwavering love and resolve against impossible odds. It leaves you wondering, what does that kind of commitment truly mean?
What an absolutely unbelievable story. This deep dive. It's taken us from a supposed death to a miraculous survival, then another presumed death reversed, only to end on this heartbreakingly defiant note.
It's a masterclass in narrative twists, constantly redefining what's fact and what's assumption. It really forces you, the listener, to confront how easily our view of reality is shaped.
Shaped by limited information, definitely, by our own assumptions, and just by the sheer emotional weight of a situation.
Absolutely. But it also showcases incredible things. Fierce, unwavering love, the sheer resilience of the human spirit choosing life against despair, and the critical, sometimes devastating role of communication or the lack of it.
It really is a testament to the depths of human connection, even through the most harrowing experiences.
So, a final thought to leave you with. In our world, information flies around so fast, often incomplete, often emotionally charged. How often do we genuinely stop and question the narratives we're given?
And maybe even more profoundly, when faced with odds like Ridham's, what does it truly mean to declare, I will make her live? What depths of love will sacrifice? What does that promise actually entail?
Something to think about long after this deep dive ends.